Hey, so you guys, this is the doll and I'm back with another video. I'm gonna be telling you guys my BBL experience, my regrets, if I like my body. I'm gonna tell you who my doctor was, everything. So before we start, hit the subscribe button and the like button because I'm gonna have more videos coming, so you don't want to miss them. As of today, I am 5 months post-op. I was considering if I even should do the video just because I'm so far out, but like my body changes every single day and I'm still going through it, so why not? The doctor I went to was Dr. What the fuck was his name? The doctor I went to was Dr. Nassif, not from Botched. He's a different doctor. He is at Miami Life Plastic Surgery in Miami. Obviously, like I had a little bit of a pudge, I had a belly, I had love handles that I did not want. I wanted a nice curvy body. Yeah, so I was like, you know what, I feel like I deserve something for me, so I want to do a BBL. I already had kind of a butt a little bit, but I didn't have the hips. I wanted a small waist, and no amount of working out was ever gonna give me the results that I was looking for. So I decided to do a BBL, and I did not just like up and decide and be like, oh, I want to do a BBL, then book it the next day. I've been researching this for years, like I would say right after I had kids. So my daughter's about to be 8, so I would say a good 7-8 years that I've been like doing my research, really thinking about it, and I was like, okay, like I'm gonna do it. So I was first gonna go to Jolie Plastic Surgery, and then literally like last minute I was like, I'm going to Dr. Nassif because I was seeing his results. They look really good. The girls always look so good. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do it. Before I could even do it, like people think, you know, surgery's so easy and quick, you just hop on the table, get off. Like, no, this is a major surgery. So your BMI has to be right, your blood has to be right. Like you can't have, like, a lot of doctors won't take girls who have like sickle cell traits and stuff like that. So like there's a lot that goes into this if you really want it. So yeah, so to start off, what I did my research. I found my doctor. I was like, okay, this is the doctor I want to go to. I'm going to put in a deposit. His deposit was $500, and it goes towards the surgery. I had to do like my blood work and all that stuff, so my iron was low and my BMI was way too high. I think his cutoff was like 35. His BMI was like 35, the highest it could be, and I could be wrong. No, it was 35, and I think mine was at like 38. And yeah, like I had to put in the work if I wanted this. So I went on like crazy diets. I lost the weight literally in a month. I lost 20 pounds in a month. So literally the day of surgery, I was literally like 1 pound away from the cutoff. So I just didn't eat anything that day. I got my BMI to where it needed to be. When I first took blood, yeah, my iron was low, but you know, like when you're in surgery groups and stuff, you learn how to build your iron like really quick. And I was taking Floradix, the liquid iron, I was taking the pill, I was eating sea moss, I was drinking kale, like I did everything. And like my doctor was like, you're not gonna get your blood up this high in such a little amount of time. And I was like, yeah, watch me. And of course I did it. So I think his iron level, the cutoff was supposed to be at least 11.5. So literally like 2 weeks before I went to surgery, my iron was 11.2, I believe. So they're like, yeah, just come because like you can get that up real easy, whatever. Yeah, I went by myself. I stayed in a recovery house. I was researching this recovery house, seeing reviews on this recovery house. I seen some bad reviews about this recovery house, but I was like, it's so pretty, like no. And the reviews, they honestly weren't that bad. So I was like, I'm going. Ended up going. It was a horrible time. that's another video for another day. Yeah, so for pre-op, you know, you basically like sign your life away. The envelope is like this thick of like papers you have to signing saying that like whatever happens to you, you can't sue, like here's all the risks, you could die, like, and it's just like, gotta sign it. Not pre-op. All this paper. They took my blood that day, and mind you, I did fly in the same day as pre-op because I was just like, why not? I can do this. So they took my blood, they took my measurements, they took my BMI. They're like, yes, your BMI is good for surgery, you're right there. And they're like, well, whatever your iron is tomorrow, you can come in for surgery. If it's not up, then you're gonna have to, you can't get it, whatever. Next morning they called me, they said your results are in and you can have surgery. So I was like, okay. They just called me, iron is 11.9, scheduled for surgery in an hour. Went there in my robe. I waited in the waiting room for about like, I'll say 30 minutes. And then I paid my money. With Dr. Nassif, you can basically pay your remaining balance at the center on the day of surgery. So that was cool. Okay, so I am at the surgery center. I'm waiting to be marked up. And then we're going in. Like, I'm not really nervous. I'm just ready to wake up and go back to my recovery house, heal, go home. Yeah. Oh my gosh. I really must be nervous. Look at my cheeks. Like, why are they so red? Wow. Anyways, shall see you guys when I wake up. I wasn't nervous at all. Like, it was so weird. Like, I wasn't nervous. I just felt like I am as prepared as I can be medically and like emotionally and like in every single way I could be. So I was like, I'm ready to do this. Like, let's do this. They marked me up and everything. Dr. Nassif, he's very honest. He'll tell you what you can have and what you can't have. I told him, like, I want a natural big booty. I want hips. I want a flat stomach. He's like, no, you're not gonna have a flat stomach. He's like, you have too much fat. And I can give you hips, but like, you're not gonna have a flat stomach. Like, he's very honest. And I already knew I wouldn't have the flattest stomach because like my BMI was right there on the cutoff. So I was like, I don't care. Like, as long as it's not what I have right now, I'm good. Like, you know? So yeah, well, we came to an agreement and we're like, yeah, we're gonna do this. So yeah, so then they finally called me to the back. And then after I waited for, I want to say like 45 minutes because they put on a movie in the room. I did like my pee test and like all of the alcohol, the drug test and the pregnancy test and all that came back negative, so that was good. Yeah, they put me in a room and there was like a TV and I was just waiting there in like my little thingy, my little thing they give you so that you're not like cold and naked, and my little hat and my mask and all that. And where was I going with this? They gave me a blanket. It was kind of cold in that room. I literally was in the room for maybe about like, I want to say like 40 minutes because like the movie that I was watching, it was almost done. They have me here watching movies when I'm like, get me to the bath. Like, what's going on? Nice room though. So yeah, they finally came in and was like, hey, we're ready. And I was like excited. Like, I was not nervous at all, but I feel like subconsciously I was because my cheeks were so red. It was so weird. Like, so maybe I was, maybe I wasn't, I don't know, but like I really didn't feel like I was. So yeah, I went into surgery. They laid me on the table, told me to lay on my back. The anesthesiologist came in, and then after, he's like, oh, okay, I'm gonna give you the anesthesia. So I assume that he's gonna let me know when he gives it. Like, I know he said it, but he just walked in, you know? So I was like thinking he's gonna tell me how this is gonna go and count me down. That man said, I'm gonna put in the anesthesia, and then I went out. Literally woke up on my butt, and I remember just feeling pain, but like it was more like soreness, and like it was so crazy because I'm like, oh, and I was like, oh my gosh, can you help me turn over? And then the lady, she helped me turn over, and then after this is how you know I was like gone off the anesthesia, because I was touching myself and I'm like, did I have surgery? Knowing that I'm in pain, I'm like, did I have surgery? Like, did I have surgery yet? Knowing that I'm like fucked up. And I'm sitting there asking the lady, like, did I have surgery? The lady's like, yeah, you had surgery. And I was like, oh, okay. And then I just remember like going back to sleep, falling in and out of sleep, and I honestly, the pain was not that bad. Like, the pain was not that bad to me. It wasn't that bad, and I'm somebody, I can take pain, so it wasn't that bad to me. Yeah, so you know, she gave me a blanket. The only problem was the shivers, and I heard about the shivers, so like I heard about everything, so I've been prepared for every single thing. So I feel like being prepared will help you be super calm if you know every single symptom and whatnot to look for, you know. So I knew about the shivers, and I'm shivering like crazy. I thought I was gonna have a seizure. Like, I'm like trying to talk, and then, you know, I was so thirsty. Your throat is like really, like, it hurts because, you know, they put the tube down your throat. So yeah, that hurt. I'm like clearing my throat, and it's like flying my mucus and everything in my throat. And I'm like, ugh. I was like that for 3 days. Oh my gosh. So yeah, I was asking the lady, I'm like, oh, can I have some water? And she's like, oh, I don't speak English. So like, good thing, you know, I speak a little bit of Spanish. So I asked her in Spanish, and then she like gave it to me and stuff. But like, how do you have someone that's supposed to be taking care of us bedside and she don't speak English? Like, what? Like, what if I needed to tell her like, I'm dying, I can't breathe, and she can't speak English? Like, there's something wrong with that. I'm laying there, you know, I'm feeling nice at this point. Like, literally the anesthesia wore off for a little bit, and you know, they're calling my recovery lady to come pick me up. That's another story. She was an hour late. Like, why am I up chilling at this point? I should be at home chilling. Like, I'm up in the bed chilling, ready to go home, and this lady is taking forever. She literally was over an hour late. So yeah, I'm waiting. I'm seeing other people come in from surgery. One girl next to me is crying her eyes out, screaming. And I'm like, I mean, it's not really that bad, but okay. To each their own, I mean, I guess. So eventually my recovery house lady calls, and she's like, yeah, I'm outside. So the nurse, she gets a wheelchair, she puts me in the wheelchair, and I had to sit on my butt. And oh my gosh, that felt so uncomfortable. It felt so uncomfortable. I was like, what the fuck is in my ass? This is feeling very uncomfortable. So immediately as I sat down, I was just feeling nice, you know, like I could have did a cartwheel. Okay, maybe not a cartwheel, but I was feeling good like when I was laying down. As soon as I sat down, oh my gosh, it's just like lights out. I got so dizzy, like the room spinning, everything. And I'm like telling the nurse, like, oh my gosh, like I'm dizzy. Yeah, she gave me the alcohol to smell, and like I kept going in and out. I was going in and out. Like, she had that in my nose the whole way from the wheelchair upstairs to like in the elevator down, like, and I kept going in and out. I remember like glimpses of being places. So I remember sitting in the wheelchair, passing out a little, and then waking up in the elevator, passing out a little bit again, waking up somewhere outside. I don't know if it was a front, I don't know if it was a back, I don't know where I was, but I was getting into the car. So I'm getting into the car, and the friggin' recovery lady is not even helping me. I'm gonna do a whole video on that, because that was crazy. I'm gonna tell you in the next video. So yeah, like, she's hardly even helping me. And then after yeah, like I'm laying back on my stomach. So when I started laying on my stomach, I felt immediately good. So yeah, you know, I get to the recovery house. They give me some food, but yeah, once again, as soon as I got out of the car, I got super dizzy again. So I was like, oh my god, no, I need to sit down, I need to sit down. So the lady's like, no, just hurry up, let's just go get to your room. So she helped me up the stairs, and oh my gosh, I was feeling so dizzy. But yeah, I got to my room, and I just laid down. But the pain I was feeling was basically anytime I moved was the pain, because it's like you worked out for 3 days in a row and you're sore, like you're that sore. So it's just like moving was a whole task, okay? So it was crazy. So yeah, I got to eat and stuff. I was feeling better, taking my meds. Oh, yeah, the next day, now I went to pre-op. It wasn't really much. It was just like, yeah, everything looks good. And then I went for a massage, and they did a massage in the surgery center. The massage sucked. I had massages lined up already, so I was like, I don't even care. And the massages are very painful. Very, very, very painful. I got one at a time, like one every day, until the third day. The third day I did two, and that was a really bad decision. I thought like, okay, because I did one in the morning, that by the afternoon I would still be like not as swollen and it won't be that bad. But it was even worse. I don't know why. It was like even worse, and I bawled like a baby. I cried my eyes out. Yo, those massages, not even the surgery, like the massages are the craziest part. And like I definitely heard that was gonna happen, but I didn't think it was gonna be so bad. Like I get shivers thinking about it. Like I went and got an iron infusion, and then I had to basically like run all over the damn city, and I'm only 1 day post-op. My recovery house once again did something stupid, and by the time I got home, I was just so done for, because I was out in the hot ass Miami heat for like 8 hours. I didn't eat. I started noticing my heart is doing some shit. Like my heart was doing some shit. Like it was going like boom 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 boom. Like it was like stalling. So I'm like, nah, don't play with my heart. I need to get to a hospital. So I got to a hospital. They're like, basically you're dehydrated, and of course I'm fucking dehydrated. Like the recovery house had me doing the most for no damn reason 1 day out of surgery. So yeah, I was dehydrated as hell. My iron dropped to, even though I just did an iron infusion too, my iron got to 8. So they gave me a whole bunch of electrolytes and in an IV and stuff. He prescribed me an iron pill, and yeah, I just started taking that every day with some SS tonic at the recovery house. So after that, I stayed for I think 6 days and 7 nights. I think I stayed for exactly 7 days. I personally feel like I could have left earlier. I could have left at like 5 days. I really could have, because I was like okay by then. So this is my body. I'm still well swollen. I want this ass to go down, like seriously. Sorry, I just walked up the stairs. Man, I'm still well swollen. Maybe bear massage. But yeah, so yeah, I got massages at the place. I got massages. My massages were done by Zella. I loved her team. Her team was amazing. Like they're the best. Like I am gonna refer everybody to go to them. Like they're the best. They're not only funny, they're understanding. Like they just know how to do their job properly, and I love it. They're professional. Like I love it. And yeah, I got a bunch of massages from them. Their prices are pretty good too, so that was good. And then yeah, so I went home. The flight home was terrible. My BBL pillow that I had was so friggin' cheap. I literally only bought it because it was cheetah print and I thought it was good quality, and it wasn't. So I was basically sitting on my butt. The ride home from on the plane was so uncomfortable. It was a full flight, so there was no room at all. I flied Comfort, but it still wasn't comfortable. The BBL pillow I had sucked, so I was basically sitting on my butt the whole time. My hips were so damn big, so they were like the seat, like the seat, the armrest on the seat was like digging into my hips. It hurt a lot, and I had to take 2 planes because I had a connecting flight, so 3 hours on each plane was just annoying. I'm like, and I just sat there the whole time thinking about a blood clot. Like, oh my gosh, I need to be walking up and down, but like I'm not walking anywhere. I'm not getting out of the seat. This plane is full as hell, and I will knock someone over with these hips. So yeah, I just sat there for every flight, and yeah, I made it home. The ride home was like an hour in the car laying down, and that was just uncomfortable too. I stopped getting massages at like 3 months because I just felt like they were so unnecessary. Just because like I would go get a massage, and then literally as soon as I'm walking out the door I feel myself swelling back up. So it was just like, it was so pointless to me. Even the faja, I hardly wore that because like I just couldn't bother. Like, and then on top of it I started gaining weight because I was on a diet like crazy, that as soon as I was able to eat after I was like, oh, I got the surgery, I can eat now. Yeah, I really ate and gained every single thing back that I lost quick too. So yeah, definitely trying to lose weight right now too, so that's another thing. Stay tuned for that. Yeah, I guess we can take a look at my body now. Okay, so moment of truth. Am I happy with my body? Yes, I am. I'm happy because definitely it's a big change from where I was. I got the Coke bottle shape that I wanted, that the gym was never gonna give me. So I don't feel like money is wasted at all. The only regret that I have is not losing more weight. Like, I shouldn't have been right at the freaking right at the damn cutoff. Like, it's crazy. I should have strived for better. Definitely lose as much weight as you can if you have a high BMI already, because higher BMI just limits the fat that the doctor can take out. Unless you go to like the Dominican or something, then you know they don't really have a limit over there. But in Miami, definitely the doctor I went to, Dr. Nassif, he has a limit, which is only 4 liters. So he took out 4 liters, but he definitely could have took out a lot more, but he reached his limit. And yeah, I got 300 cc's. 300 or 3,000? 3,000? 300. I don't know. One of those. But yeah. Whatever the normal range is. It's either 1,000 or 100. I don't remember. But yeah. That's what I got. That would be my only regret that I had, not losing as much weight as I can. I'm actually in the process of losing weight right now, and I'm kind of nervous to see what's gonna happen with my hips and my butt. So yeah, I'll be showing you guys my results, so you know, stick around on this journey with me. And yeah, If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. I can answer. And oh my gosh, let me know if I left anything out. I'm not sure. But yeah, that would be my only regret. I love my body. Am I going for a round 2? I don't know. Am I? All right. Thank you guys for watching my video. I'm posting my recovery experience. It wasn't a pleasant one. So yeah, stay tuned for that. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.